Hello, I'm Pat with Pat's Custom Carpet Care. Hopefully you know what I do. I do carpet and upholstery cleaning. But I also do some other things too. We do tile and grout cleaning. I got certified in that last year. And then we do wood floor cleaning. We have a wood floor machine now that cleans wood. And a lot of people don't have that system. It's a new system that's out. It actually scrubs the floor and it sucks at the same time. So what happens, it doesn't leave any puddle there. Because most people, when they clean floors and stuff, they leave water on the floor for about 5 to 10 minutes, and you don't want that. So this new machine that I have now, it doesn't allow that. What it does is it scrubs and it sucks at the same time, so after it makes its pass, it's pretty dry. So that's one of the new things that I'm doing this year is hardwood floor cleaning. We also do tile and grout and stone clean. I got certified last year in that. So what we do is a three-phase process where we scrub the grout by hand, and then we steam it, and then we scrub it. So it's a three-phase system that works great, works fantastic. I'm really good at that. I really like the results of that, so I love to do stone and tile. And then of course we do carpet and upholstery cleaning. And there's different carpets out there, so people need to know that when you buy carpet, you need to get the better carpet, and the better carpet would be nylon, 100% nylon. Does anybody out there have a carpet that when you walk on it, it leaves a traffic area and doesn't come back up? And it has swirls in it. Well, a lot of customers I have that carpet. It's called olefin, and if you buy an olefin and it's not a cut loop, if it's cut loop, what happens? It tends to bend down and it doesn't have any memory, so it doesn't pop back up. So you think your carpet's dirty. It's not really dirty. It's just that it's laid down and it's going. The grain is going an opposite way. So there's a lot to know about carpet and upholstery. I do silk, we do wool. I am a technician in the field, not just a carpet cleaner, but I'm a technician. So I went to school to learn different fabrics, different chemicals, and different systems on how to clean. And that's why I chose the truck mount system, because the truck mount system has the most powerful system out there. And so that's why I have that. And yes, recently my machine got stolen with my van. The reason being because it's a great system. It's worth money. People can sell that. I mean, you don't hear about these little portables getting stolen so much, but someone stole my van. They took it out to Watts, stripped it all down, and who knows where it's at. But thanks to Eric here, I have great insurance. I didn't know it at first. I was all stressed out at first about Eric and stuff. But yes, they came out and got me a new machine, not a new one, but pretty new, and a van. So. Thanks to Eric for that. But that's. So anyways, I have a truck mount machine, and the reason why it took so long to get to one that I wanted, because there's a lot of truck mounts out there. There's truck mounts with 20 horsepower motors out there. They got 30 horsepower motors, but the one that I use is like 45, 50 horsepower. So that's the one that I want, because the difference in truck mounts is the vacuum power. Whenever you emulsify the dirt in someone's carpet, it's got to come out. The water's got to come out too. So the more vacuum you have, the better it is. And also the heat factor. The more heat you have, the less chemical you use. The less chemical you use, the less residue is left behind. So the truck mount goes up to 220 degrees. When it heats a fiber, if you look at your fiber and stuff, it has dye sites in it. And that's to get the pigment in there. But what happens, the dirt gets inside those dye sites. So you have to heat that fiber up so it expands the dye site, when that allows the soil to come out better. So whenever you don't have heat, good enough heat, you're stripping it with chemicals and stuff. And a lot of people have those portables. They go out there and they spray this preconditioning on your carpet. And what that does is strip the carpet. It doesn't do it naturally, and it leaves a residue. So sometimes that residue can get inside your dye sites. So the best way to clean a carpet is with the proper heat, the proper vacuum, and the proper amount of chemical or solution. So a lot of people, they go out there, they come to a home and stuff, and they'll overspray your carpet with preconditioner, and then what happens is they can't rinse it completely out. And when you can't rinse out your chemical, what that does, it stays in your carpet, and you start walking on it, and it starts attracting dirt. So you got to have somebody out there who knows what they're doing, not just a guy that just came out to clean your carpet. You need somebody who knows what your fiber is, what kind of chemical is best for that fiber, and the right kind of cleaning equipment. And that's who I am. I've done this for over 30 years, and I keep updated on the chemicals and stuff like that, and I keep updated on my machine, make it work, working correctly, and that's what I do. It's my passion. It's my passion to get out there and clean carpet. I guess I was made for that for some reason. I don't know. But so that's what I do. Carpet, tile, stone, upholstery. We do carpet repair work, carpet dye work, and we do water damage. So we pretty much do it all. And everything that I do, I pretty much I try to learn the best at that. I get updated on that and learn the best, go to school for it, and take classes for it so I can do the best service I can for you. So that's what I do. I'm Pat with Pat's Custom Carpet Care. Is there any questions? Yes, Kathy.
They advertise it zero res. Where did you found that? I'm hearing that more and more.
The what?
KFI, zero res.
Zero res, I'm not sure what that is. It's impossible to have zero res. I mean, so it's probably just a name. If you ask them, is it really zero res? But it's impossible to have that because anything you clean with, even if you rinse it out in your washer, there's residue in it, some kind of residue in it. So it's probably just a nut. I was going to look into that and see what's up with that. But anything that you clean needs to be emulsified with something. And if it's just water, it's not going to do enough because it needs. Soft water is really good. I use soft water in my machine, and so you use less chemical, but it's not zero. So I was going to call them up and ask them about that. If you soak something for a long enough time in a soft water, something that's really clean water, like DI water, that will clean it, but it will over wet your carpet too. So it depends. So you should look into that. A lot of these things like dry cleaning or chem dry, it's not dry. It's just the name of it. They use it. It's wet. It's not very wet, but it is wet. So these things here, you got to look into what they're doing. Yes.
I just wanted to say I had to do my wood floors, and that is, if you have wood floors, you don't realize how dirty they can get. And this new machine, I was very impressed. I couldn't believe how beautiful my wood floors look after you worked on them. It was fabulous. So, and it was really nice.
Thank you. Yeah, it's called a dirt drag, and it's online. You can look at it and see the difference. So what it does, it's actually scrubbing, and then it vacuums the moisture up, or the solution up. And the old way of doing it was to kind of mop the floor a little bit and use a scrubber with a pad on it, and then you squeegee it up, and it left the wood kind of wet. And these new floors out there, they're distressed floors and stuff, and you can't get inside those, so the machine does. So this new machine's a really good machine for wood floors, and that's what I try to do. I try to get the best equipment for the job that I do, and I try to get the best training for it too. So that's what you really want. You want somebody who can go out there and really know what they're doing. Like when I do water damage and stuff, I have thermal imaging camera so I can see where the water is before I start tearing your house apart. I have a moisture meter. It detects behind walls and stuff like that, where it finds where the moisture is before we start tearing things up. So I got the best equipment out there pretty much. Yes.
When you say you do carpet repair, what about like after a carpet's been down for a few years and it starts getting loose? Can you re-stretch that? Or?
Yes, I do power stretching. What happens when people install carpets, what they do is most of them go out there, they want to get it done quick, so they go out there with this small little knee kicker, right? And it depends on how good they kick it in. Well, at the end of the day, they're pretty tired, right? So they're not kicking it very tight. So what there's power stretching, and that's when you use this mechanical device that goes from one wall with poles to the other, and it actually power stretches the carpet mechanically, and that's the better way to do it. And that's what I do with a lot of people. I come into homes and you see the carpet's been rippled and stuff, and we do power stretching. Yes. Anything else? Yes, Mark.
Just a shout out. He came to our house last week.
Yes.
And we just recently got new wood floors downstairs. So in order to kind of protect them, he ended up coming through one of the upstairs windows. And my wife and the kids thought that was really groovy, and it did an awesome job. So thank you.
Thanks, Seymour. What other thing will you use? Okay, go ahead. That's it. Anything else? The main thing to do is when you're doing someone's home is to protect the home from damage. And so we try to do that. We use towels, we use bungee cords, and we have these corner protectors. And it's funny because a lot of people go, what are those things? I said, those are corner protectors. He goes, really? The last person I didn't see that have that. So that's what we do. We try to protect your home too. Anyways, thank you very much.